Okay, guys, so Battlefield Hardline, por favor. I bought this the other day and I got it on the Xbox 360 for those of you who are probably going to start criticising the quality of the gameplay. Now, the reason I got it for the Xbox 360 is simple. It's because on Battlefield 4 on the PS4, I found it quite difficult to get into certain games that I wanted, my preferential sort of game types. And that's obviously because there's not really that many people playing, so it was looking for servers was quite tricky. So I decided to get it for the Xbox 360. Now, graphically, I'm not that bothered about things like this. You know, I would rather have gameplay, I would rather have the smoothness of gameplay, and I would rather have the options to find as many games as I want, whenever I want. So that's why I bought it. Now, I do apologise if if visually it's not as nice as you probably want it to be, but it was my decision. So yeah, apologies for that, but hey, that's how it goes. So yeah, I bought Battlefield Hardline the other day, and I was quite nervous about it because I obviously didn't rate this very much in the beta. I found it quite awkward to play, I found it quite jumpy, jerky, I found some of the guns to be excessively overpowered, I found the time to die to be very quick, but the time to die the time to kill, should I say, quite long. And I wasn't sure how it was going to pan out, to be honest with you, but I made the decision, and my goodness me, I'm glad I did, because I've been really sort of, how can I put this nicely, I've been losing interest massively in gaming this last few months, and I guess that's probably been reflected in my sort of lack of uploads. But I find myself sitting there and I think, shall I have a game? And I look at the time and I think I've got a couple of hours to spare. I look at my games and I think, nah, I'll just watch a film. I'll sit and watch a movie instead, because nothing is really jumping out at me to want to get into it. Obviously, like I say, I still love the old CODs, but you just get bored of them, playing them so much after a bit. And Advanced Warfare just completely killed my taste for online multiplayer. Now, buying this was a big risk, but it was very much worth it, because this game has split the community massively. I was watching somebody's video earlier and he said exactly the same thing. The community split. People either love this game or absolutely intently hate it. Now, me, I really, really love this game. I am having so much fun. Sunday was the first opportunity I had to sit on this. I think I'm at about a level 22 now. There are guys out there who've played against level 58. My God, you no-lifers out there. You must have seriously not slept, Sleeping's overrated, I'm going to play. But no, I sat down and I gave quite a few hours on Sunday because I was heavily hungover, and I wanted to grind it out and get used to it. And I'm starting to get used to it now and really enjoy some of the games that it has to offer, because there's just so many different things you can do. Now, I tweeted out and I said to people, are you enjoying Battlefield Hardline? Is anybody else enjoying it? And people were in the majority saying yes, that they were having a good time with the game, but the kind of same thing came from those people as well, saying it's fun, I'm really enjoying it, but I think it could get quite boring and repetitive. Now, you could say that about anything as far as I'm concerned, it's like Call of Duty. I play Team Deathmatch, I play Free-for-All, I don't really play Domination that much. That's all I ever really play, and like Team Deathmatch I play over and over and over again. And my wife has always sat there, she's looked at me playing and she's like, don't you ever get bored of this? It just seems like the same thing over and over again. Every time I watch you, you go in the same direction, you do exactly the same things. And it's like, yeah, but I don't know, I just like to do it. And you could say the same about anything, but this seems to have a lot to offer. The one thing I will say for anybody who's thinking about purchasing this, and probably people watching this who have got it will totally agree with me, stay away from Team Deathmatch. These spawns are absolutely horrendous. It is just I've seen it described as a clusterfuck. I cannot fucking argue with that anymore. It's just a total and utter clusterfuck. It's like, when we say bad spawns, I mean you will be standing there, you will throw a medical pack on the floor, you will just be recharging your life, and 2 to 3 guys will spawn about 4 foot in front of you with their backs at you, and it's like just free kills. Now, even though that sounds fantastic, the coin flips and it happens to you. The amount of times I've spawned on Team Deathmatch and been instantly shot and there's nothing showing up, in the HUD or whatever you want to call it, to say that there's any sign of danger from that spawn, that's quite crap, and they really need to work on that. And I dare say they will, the game's only been out a few days, so it's something that they can address, and hopefully they will. But it's just so much fun. I sat there all day Saturday wasting away my head because I was so fucking hungover, realising I'm not 20 years old anymore, and I paid the fiddler ultimately for how much I drank on Saturday night going to a 40th birthday party. This was the ultimate hangover cure. I just had fun all day. I switched from Heist over to Hotwire to Blood Money. Blood Money is awesome. Hotwire's good fun, but Blood Money I think is probably my favourite at the moment. But there are some things that are really sticking out to me as being a problem. One of the things I will point out, which nobody seems to have really picked up on, a few of the bushes are bulletproof, and that's annoying. You know, you'll see a guy and he's sort of standing behind a, not even really bush, but just sort of grass, and you're spraying at the grass. You can see him, but you're just not hitting him. So I think they need to completely address that. There's a couple of guns that I think still need a bit of addressing. One or two guns are pointless, and at the same time there's one or two guns which are really, really heavy. My favourite gun at the moment, I think it's the AK, is it the AK-7U? AK-7U possibly? For the, obviously for the bandits or the thieves. That is just an amazing gun. I've got it now with the long barrel, I believe it is, and extended mags and just an iron sight. It's just a fantastic gun. It's really good at long range, and it's just got that typical AK-47 feel to it, you know, the kind of AK-47 I used to love in all the Call of Duties. It's come together in that gun there, and it's pretty much a beast. But yeah, the comparison to some of the others is just, it's probably not as good. Most people are running around with submachine guns, I've noticed, and I do find that the submachine guns are very, very, very powerful, even at range as well. And these are just opinions of mine, you know, you might disagree with me totally, but I do think the submachine guns probably need notching down on the range. I think close range, yep, they should be able to rip you a new one, but over long range they shouldn't be able to beat an assault rifle. That's just my own personal opinion on that. Also as well, the default class for the snipers is a fucking nose, because as soon as the sniper gets the sniper rifle, it could be a level 1, he's straight away got the straight pull, which obviously means you don't have to scope out, you can just stay in scope, and it's almost like people are just firing 50 caliber sniper rifle shots at you, and it's like, oh my god, you get hit by one and you just duck, and all you can hear is pew 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 pew, bullets flying past your head. That's no fun. So yeah, I wish they would change that, but you know, you can't have everything. Nothing's perfect. Nobody's perfect. Even these prodigal children who were born absolute geniuses have sort of social defects where they can't mingle with people. So yeah, there's a lot of work to be done here, but at the moment it's looking good. Compared to Battlefield 4 hit detection and things like that, how bad that was when it first came out, it's a lot better. It's almost like how Battlefield 4 should have been. And is it a Battlefield game? Of course it is. Yeah, you know, people are saying it doesn't feel like a Battlefield. It is Battlefield, but it's Battlefield on steroids. It's almost like a bit of Battlefield, Call of Duty, maybe a little bit of CSGO thrown in with some Grand Theft Auto. Who knows? But yeah, I'm having a blast playing this. It's been very good for me. It's been very refreshing, and I would advise you to get it if you can. If you're not enjoying it, then I do apologise. I hope you can find some way of enjoying it, but there's plenty of game types, if you're not enjoying one, to jump into the other one. All I would say is just stay away from Team Deathmatch, because it's shit at the minute. Shame, because it's nice to just come away from objective games and drop into just gun on gun. So yeah, hope you enjoyed the gameplay, guys, and I will see you again. Apocalypse done.